All right, today we are going to be taking this 2022 Land Rover Defender over our rock track here. And so I'm going to show you guys basically what you'll need to do if you're attempting something similar to this. So first things first, we've got the car started up. We're going to raise it up into off-road height. Once we do that, we're going to click this button to select our drive modes here. We're going to scroll over till we get to rock crawl. You'll notice it's going to say select low range to activate rock crawl. So I'm going to put it in drive, make sure it goes back to neutral there, and then we are going to click, where am I at? Low range, right there, boom. All right, we've selected that. Low range is selected. You can see all sorts of green lights over here. That's good news. It's giving us our terrain response information. I can also click these 4 dots and pull up wherever it is, 4x4 information. Once I do this, I'll agree. It'll give me all sorts of information regarding the car, you know, suspension levels on each tire, whether the diffs are locked or unlocked. I can do weight sensing. If you don't know what mode to be in, this gives you information on each of them, and then I can do configurable. If I know, you know, exactly what I'm doing and I'm trying to get these specific settings that I'm accustomed to, I can configure them myself. So that being said, let's give it a go. So as we move along the track, you get a nice little display showing you your suspension levels. My favorite part of the display personally, which I don't know if you can actually see it, it's going to be the heads-up display in front of me. That there is going to show me specifically my tire angle. So it's going to show me how much they're tilting, kind of what direction they're tilting, the bearing I'm at, as well as it'll actually also show me the tilt of the vehicle itself. So again, don't know if you can see that. If you can, great. If you can't, sorry. Killer feature. You get a lot of the same functionality out of the screen down here. So gives you all the information you need to know. It really makes doing things like this, like going over this specific portion of the rock track where you get a real steep incline on one side and level ground on the other, it makes doing this kind of stuff super easy. So it'll make you really look like you're a pro. So if I do this and then I switch it back over, I'm going to click this screen and get into 4x4 information. It'll show us our degree of tilt, both forward and sideways. Still shows us our altitude, our bearing, everything there. But I mean, as you can see, I'm angled towards the sky basically in one direction and then towards the ground in the other. The Defender frame, while you're doing this, I mean, you literally can throw it in park and then, albeit super heavy, let's see if I can do this, maybe. Oh, even though it's super heavy, I can open a door, no problem. We've parked them here overnight. You don't hurt anything. That's what they're meant for. So you're not going to have to worry about bending a frame with a Defender, which is something you can't say with a lot of off-road ready cars right now. So if you watch closely, I can even bounce the Defender right here. Let's see. Oh, a little further. Bounce it between 2 wheels. So, and again, structurally sound, that's how they're built. So they truly can conquer anything. I'm going to do a pretty tight turn here coming up on the hill, and we'll be pretty much done with the track. But this is the easiest car to take over the track without question. Gives you the most information. I mean, it's like luxury off-roading. It's kind of like glamping almost, but more fun. So definitely recommend trying it out. All right, guys, we are at the top of the hill here is where I will display the hill descent control they've got. So it's kind of crazy at first, just because I'll be taking my foot entirely off the brake. So here goes nothing. So this is the car determining what speed it needs to be at to bring it down the hill safely. And there we are. Back to level, or just about level. Alright, once we hit the bottom, all you got to do to get back into normal drive, we're going to throw it in neutral again, take it out of low range, go over to our drive select modes, and we're going to go back to comfort. Boom, comfort selected. Tells me that there. I can get out of this screen, go back to home. Then I can throw it in drive, throw it in sport, might even put it in normal suspension. You can drive an off-road suspension up to about 45 miles an hour. So that is pretty useful because a lot of clients like to have it raised up. They like the look. But you can go from off-roading to normal drive. And it handles both ways, no problem. So it's a killer car. There's no better car right now, bang for your buck wise, if you have any sort of adventurous bone in your body. So I love the thing. It drives like a crossover, gives you the space of a full-size SUV. It's got good pickup, and you don't see them at every stoplight. And yes, I'm looking at you, Toyota 4Runner. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate the views, subscribes, likes, and see you next time.